Hey guys, welcome back to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw Rocky and Bullwinkle. So come on, let's get started. Alright guys, well today's video is another request from Austin, who's looking how to draw those classic moose and squirrels, Rocky and Bullwinkle. So let's have some fun drawing these classic characters right now. And if you like this video, stick around to the end and I'll have a great follow-up suggestion for you. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so starting off with Bullwinkle, being that he's a rather tall moose, he stands at about 5.5 heads tall. So let's measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So he stands right about there, right? He's going to be standing next to his sidekick, Rocky, the flying squirrel. This is going to be his line of action. He's going to be posed like this. So let's see, let's give him his body shape here. Let's see. There's his torso, right? And let's see. Straight down the action line, halfway down, we're going to give him his knees, which are rather knobby. And then let's give him those big feet. Just like that. All right. So, okay, so now we've got all of this put together. His torso is the same size as his head. He's got a very elongated muzzle. And now that I get that in, let's throw in his vertical axis and his horizontal axis lines, just like so that I can connect these shapes together here, just like this, and like this. Let's throw in, let's see, his antlers go about this far out. The image I'm looking at for reference has his arms crossed, so we're going to do that. So when I draw a character with his arms crossed, I like to remember that from his shoulders down to his elbows and then across his hands, we've got a square shape, and then all you have to do is angle it, right? So if his shoulders are like this, I'm going to put his forearms like that. And then from the shoulders down to his elbows, I go like that. And then I break it down. So very lightly, because we're going to be drawing hands and crossing arms, right? So I want to draw lightly so I can erase lines later. So if I've got these arms like this, the forearms are going to have to cross, right? So it doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to put this forearm over the other, like this. Then his hand will go over the other arm, like that. This arm underneath will be re-angled, and then the hand will come up over that like that. The beauty of video is that you can rewind in case you need to go over that again, but I'm going to go over it again so that we can darken the lines. Okay, so let's now define some of this. So shoulder, right, like that. Shoulder like that. All right, so as before, this forearm went up like this. He's wearing gloves, so I'm going to give him those gloves now. The beauty of these characters is they're very flatly drawn. They are three-dimensional, but very limited in their design. So let's give him his fingers, and we're going to wrap it around that arm, like that. Okay. this arm, they're thin, so you gotta remember that. We're going to wrap these fingers around this arm. And then we're going to angle that in like that. The bottom of his glove will look like that. So now let's throw in a darker outline for his body. And he's got all of these mangy hairs for his fur. The line will go straight that way. And he's got knobby knees, because he is a moose. If you've ever looked at really looked at a moose, you'll notice those knees are horribly knobby. God love them. Okay, so we're going to give him his hoof there, which really looks like two toes, and keep it nice and thick right there at the ankle. Now we're drawing two characters here, so let's throw in the squirrel. Rocky comes up relatively around his waist area. Okay, she's going to be bending over a little bit in this pose. She's going to be taking a bow. If you've never seen Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons, you're missing out. You'll want to check them out. They're very rudimentary. Television animation at the very heyday of Saturday morning cartoons. So we're going to gesture her like this. Thumb up here like this. Fingers like that. Body like so. So if she's taking a bow, we'll want this foot forward, and this one will be back ever so slightly, just like this. Actually, it will be a little bit forward than that. So here, we're going to do the toe thing like that, just like Bullwinkle, because they're on the same show. They should be designed somewhat similarly. These characters are very simply designed. Their simplicity helped with their quick animation. These guys were some of the very first Saturday morning cartoons. And if you've never seen a Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon, you're missing out. What I would recommend is checking those out. They are not the most beautifully animated. They get the job done. But it's really in the dialogue. The writing was so funny, so highbrow. It would actually go over the heads of most of the kids, because the jokes were really for the adults. All right, let's see. You want to make sure that this line from the bottom of the nose goes right through the teeth, just like so. And the eyes are nice and wide open. And they're shaped rather like this. So this comedy duo would introduce cartoons. Yeah, they get into their own cartoons as well, but they really introduced cartoons to the audience. This squirrel is wearing a pilot's cap and goggles. Here's the chin strap that was never fastened. then short cylinders for the goggles. And what squirrel is complete without that huge tail? All right, let me fix his tail up a little bit. Back around 2000, somewhere along those lines, Universal tried to put out a feature film with Rocky and Bullwinkle, and they loaded it up with a lot of celebrities, but I don't think it did very well. I never saw it. All right, so now that we've got Rocky in there, let's finish Bullwinkle. Yeah, let's start with his eyes. That makes sense, right? So we got these egg shapes here, like this. One overlaps the other. You're looking right at us. Now, above that, we've got his brow shape. And then the head. Okay. I'm going to stop drawing the head right there because we've got those antlers to put in. So the antler has 3 offshoots of the antler like that. Let me just darken that in. His designs are very rudimentary. As I said before, his appeal is more in the dialogue and the writing rather than the animation and the design of the characters. But these characters are beautiful to me. These guys are a lot like, let's throw in that muzzle here. Okay, now see he has a bit of an overbite, and his mouth kind of comes in like this. We're not drawing it back here, it's right up here in front. He's got that lower lip, and then it comes in. And then over here, we've got 2 big nostrils. And there you go. Guys, if you like drawing this video, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. I've got another video suggestion right here for you. It'll be a great follow-up to these 2 guys right here. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And until the next video, we'll see you later.